Southern Union, and the number 1 seed, Wallace State. At this time, we direct your attention to the dugout. We will now introduce today's participants. First for the number 60, Southern Union. First reserve, number 0, San Giles. Number 5, Olivia Levin. Number 7, Holy Boone. Number 10, Alva Hall. Number 11, Natalie Lovelace. Number 14, Chloe Davis. Number 16, Chelsea Hodgett. Number 22, Emma Madden. Number 24, Whitney McBride. Now starting off, batting first, the shortstop, number 17, Morgan Martin. Batting second, the right fielder, number 1, Hallie Williams. Batting third, the designated player, number 33, Juliana Lowman. Batting fourth, right left fielder, number 23, Jordan Douglas. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 9, Mia Gibbons. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 20, Anna Henson. Batting seventh, the first baseman, number 28, Rachel Walker. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 3, Wendy Littleton. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 8, Aaron Riley. Pitching, number 4, Hannah Searle. The head coach for Southern Union is Chris Lee, assisted by Alexis Poole and Trey Lacey. Now introducing Wallace State Hanceville. First reserve, number 3, Emily Simon. Number 11, McKinnon Howard. Number 12, Lily Boswell. Number 16, Amelia Sherrill. Number 17, Peyton Gray. Number 18, Annika Ho. Now the starting lineup. Batting first, the right fielder, number 4, Caroline Martimon. Batting second, the shortstop, number 9, David Foster. Batting third, the second baseman, number 7, Laura Lee Wheeler. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 22, Bailey Ross. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 10, Katie Hollyhan. Batting sixth, the first baseman, number 20, Jesse Taylor. Batting seventh, the center fielder, number 6, Brandon Phillips. Batting eighth, the designated player, number 19, Tessa Word. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 14, Emily Hall. Pitching for Wallace State, number 1, Katie Simon. The head coach of Wallace State is Lauren Stewart, assisted by Slade Stewart, Blake Gray, and Gracie Ashley.
This has been a terrific tournament, and the Southern Union Bison are in the finals. The Wallace Hanceville Lions, the number 1 seed, 2-0 in this tournament, 1 win away from the championship. Katie Simon will be the pitcher for Wallace Hanceville, and this season she made 22 appearances and gave her 47 runs on 81 hits in 93 and 2/3 inning. Also threw out 95 strikeouts and 41 walks. Morgan Martin, the shortstop, will bat first. Haley Williams, the right fielder, will bat second. Juliana Lovern, the DP, will bat third. First pitch is at 3:56, and it's grounded ball through the left side, and Foster picks it up, throws to first. It's dropped. So base runner is aboard for Southern Union. Southern Union got to this game by defeating Snead State 4-2. It was Martin's 2-run home run in the bottom of the 6th that allowed them to get to the championship game. They must beat Wallace Hanceville twice to win it all. Wallace Hanceville just need one win to win the title. Hey, the Williams right fielder will bat now. I'm good for a strike. The rest of the Bison lineup, Jordan Douglas, the right fielder, will bat 4th. Snead Gibbons, the third baseman, bats 5th. On Henson, the catcher, bats 6th. Gracie Walker, the left fielder, bats 7th. The second baseman, Lexi Littleton, bats 8th. And Aaron Riley, the center fielder, bats 9th. That bunt is fouled off, 0-2. This is the 5th meeting of the season between these two teams. Wallace Hanceville swept the 4-game series back in March. That was why the target 1-2. Wallace Hanceville defense, Haley Hollahan is out in left field. Center field is Brandy Phillips. Caroline Cartran is in right. At third base is Bailey Rouse. Shortstop is Jaden Foster. Laura Lee Willer is at second. Jason Taylor is at first. Behind the plate is Emily Hall. This one lifted towards the left side and foul. Still 1-2. Wallace Hanceville comes with a record of 34-12. They've won 9 consecutive games in 12 of their last 14. Knocked off Northwest Shoals 11-2 and then defeated Snead State 5-3 to get to this championship game. And a called strike 3. That'll do it for Williams here in the first inning. Julia Loveren will come up. She's the DP for Southern Union. Southern Union, 3 straight wins. They've come all the way through the losers bracket after taking a 10-7 loss to Snead State on Thursday. This one is hit out of play to the nearby field. So if Southern Union wins today, the if game will be tomorrow. Loveman lays down a bunt. It's picked up by Rouse. Throw to first is in time. 2 down. Martin goes to second. And now Douglas. Douglas, the right fielder. Douglas hit a big 2-run double in the 5th of the game against Southern Union. That game that allowed Southern Union to get back in the game. That tied it up before Martin's 2-run home run in the 6th. Douglas having a pretty decent tournament so far for Southern Union. There's a strike. Martin 9 for 15 with a home run and 10 RBIs coming into the game today. Ball and strike to Douglas. Oh, watch out. She swung at it, fouls it off, and hope she's all right. She came up close to her face mask there. Well, she's right back up and all right. Count is now 1-2 to the Southern Union left fielder. Southern Union 15 wins. 3 of those wins have come this week. But here they are 2 wins away from a surprise trip the NJCAA World Series. Runner at second. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one missed the target, 2-2. Cartron will lead off for the Lions, followed by Foster and Wheeler. Douglas fouls this one off, still 2-2. Wallace Hanceville seeking its 4th consecutive state championship and their 16th overall. Two again. Douglas fouls it off. Martin at second base. 2-2 now to Douglas. Simon trying to get out of the first inning. Swing and a miss. And that will do it for the first inning. A pair of strikeouts for Simon. Bottom of the first coming up. Wallace Hanceville to the plate here on JockJive.com.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
So Juliana Lovern pitching for Southern Union had Hannah Sparrow as the starting pitcher. They just changed it. So Lovern was started as it was the starting DP. Now in the circle for the Bison. She'll go up against this lineup. Caroline Carter, the right fielder, will bat first for the Lions. Jaden Foster will bat second. Laura Lee Wheeler, the second baseman, will bat third. Bailey Rouse, the third baseman, will bat fourth. Haley Hollyhan, the left fielder, bats fifth. Jesse Taylor, the first baseman, bats sixth. Randy Phillips will bat seventh. Tessa Ward, the DP, will bat eighth. And Emily Hall, the catcher, will bat ninth. First pitcher, Cartron, is outside. Lovren during the regular season made 18 appearances and pitched 66 innings, allowing 84 runs on 93 hits. Ground ball to third, and it's fouled off. Count was 1-1. Well, Hanceville, the number one seed, 19-5 in region play. That one is grounded to the catcher, Henson. Throw to first, not in time. Southern Union fans upset, but it's going to be a hit for Cartron, and Foster will come to the plate. Well, Southern Union, they lost 4 times to Wallace Hanceville, trying to get every edge they can get here early on, but Foster will hit now for the Lions. This one's fouled off to the right side. Foster, a .399 hitter during the regular season with 5 home runs and 31 RBIs. A very potent lineup, 67 home runs during the regular season for Wallace State Hanceville. Oh, good for a strike. 0-2. Lowly Wheeler, third baseman, will bat next. Lowly Wheeler's grand slam took out Northwest Shoals. That was the game-ending hit. That one's fouled off to the left side. Count remains 0-2. The District 2 NJCA South District Division II South District Championship is set as an all-Florida final. The number 4 seed South Florida will take on St. Johns River tomorrow at 1 p.m. Inside corner, 1-2. South Florida 3-0 in the tournament. St. Johns River won twice today, defeated Central Alabama and Marion Military, the top 2 seeds in Alabama. To the right side, stepped on the bag for one, throw to second, not in time. The ball bounced into Martin. Nice play by Walker to get the first out. Well, Cartron is safe at second base. Got 1 out. Now Wheeler. And that one good for a strike. Wallace Hanceville with runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Ground ball to short. Throw to third is in time. Well, she had a tagger. It was in time. Gibbons dropped it. Now coming home is Cartron. Throw home is offline. And it's 1-0 in favor of Wallace Hanceville. And time was called. Gibbons dropped it at third base after attempting to tag Cartron. And the ball got away from her. Cartron got up and came on home. Hitting there towards right. A couple of Bison giving chase, so Walker can't get there. Ball up and in. Bailey Rouse hitting now for Wallace Hanceville. So Lowly Wheeler on second base. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Downstairs, 2-2. Haley Hollahan, the left fielder, will bat next. Rouse hitting .373, has 15 home runs on the year. Wallace Hanceville up early, 1-0. Hitting the air to left field, that's going to twist foul. Can't even at 2. 1 out here in the first. A run already in for Wallace Hanceville. Count is now full 3-2. Rouse pops it up again. This will be out of play. Did not move. Almost didn't move fast enough there. And inches away from a disaster there. Well, we've had some interesting things happen on foul balls here this week. Rouse to left field. This one is caught by Douglas. And now 2 down. Now to bring up Haley Hollahan, left fielder. .296 average during the regular season, 2 home runs and 19 RBIs. Runner at second, 2 out, and run already in. Good for a strike. Gibbons, Henson, and Walker are due up in the second for Southern Union. Right off the pitcher. Gibbons will pick it up, and there's going to be no play. Runners at the corners now for Jesse Taylor. Taylor's got 12 home runs on the year, .292 average. Wallace Hanceville defeated Coastal Alabama South to win the title last year. It was a 12-3 win in 5. Two outs in the first. Southern Union, big moment here. They're gonna try to keep this one-run game. Brandon Phillips, the center fielder, is on deck. That one's fouled off, 1-1. Picture perfect day in Alabaster, as it was yesterday. Thursday, not so much. Especially when we left here on Thursday. This one to right field, that's fouled off, 1-2. Well, if you like lightning shows, it was lightning everywhere. The 1-2 pitch is fouled off. Hallahan was going to second on the play. Wheeler at third. Championship game. That one called strike 3, and Taylor goes down to end the inning. But the Lions put up a run. It's 1-0 was to go to the second. Gibbons, Henson, and Walker are due up here on the top of the second for Southern Union. Wallace Hanceville with a run in the first inning on 2 hits. An error, of course, Southern Union. Each team has committed an error to start the game. Simon back out into the circle, and Gibbons is ready to go. Gibbons had a good game in the win over Snead State earlier. Went 2 for 3. As well as Hanceville's first game of the day. Second game for Southern Union. They had a break between their win over Snead State and the first pitch here. Not the case for St. John's River. They had to beat Central Alabama, and they came right back and beat MMI. That's a strike, 1-1. So it's an all-Florida district final in Division II. Fouled off. Simon had a pair of strikeouts in the first inning, so she's a strike away from number 3. And Henson, the catcher's on deck for Southern Union. Listen, trying to go from the number 6 seed to the top. But trailing in this game, they got to win twice. Gibbons takes ball 2 inside. What a very boisterous crowd in last year's championship game for Wallace Hanceville. It's Coastal South. In fact, both fan bases were warned about that last year. It was an intense game for a 5-inning game. It was fouled off, 2-2. Third base goes down, finally getting to the third base box. Two to Gibbons. Round to the third. That's going to do it again. Picked up by Ralph, but in foul territory. Hanceville will nursing a 9-game win streak. Southern Union has won 3 straight. He's just won 3 games here in the elimination bracket to get here. Count is full now, 3-2. All 4 games have been competitive between these two. Wallace Hanceville took all 4, 6-1 and 7-4 on March the 14th, 9-4 and 8-4 on March the 16th. And a called strike 3 in the outside corner. Third strikeout for Simon, and that'll bring up Henson. Henson, the catcher. Henson, a .313 hitter during the regular season. Lines up 1-0 here in the top of the second. I'm good for a strike. It's 0-1. Gracie Walker is on deck. 0-2. Look at the outside corner pretty hard there. One and two. Wallace Hanceville seeking its 4th straight ACCC tournament title. And they're 16th overall. Won 6 out of the last 8 titles. That one missed it, 2-2. Los Hanceville expects to come here and win. Southern Union, I know they're excited to be here, but they want to win too. They're the hottest team right now in the league other than Wallace Hanceville. Another called strike three in the outside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts. That's 3 in a row, actually, for Simon. She's got 4. And then here comes Walker. Walker hit 253 during the regular season. Another strike. Hanceville will bring Phillips, Word, and Hall to the plate to start the second inning. And 0-2. Showing button now. Should pull it back probably. With 2 strikes. That one missed outside. 1-2. Ground ball right back to Simon. And the Bison go down in order. 1, 2, 3 in the second. Final of the second coming up. We've got a 1-0 score in favor of Wallace Hanceville.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the second, Wallace Hanceville leading 1-0 over Southern Union. We'll have Brandy Phillips lead off. Center fielder for the Lions. Phillips hitting .323, 52 hits on the season. That's a Word. Emily Hall also due up here in the second. Wallace Hanceville wearing the pinstripes with pinstripes. Southern Union gold with blue trim. This is hitting the air to right field. Williams drifting back, and she's got the ball. 1 down. Tessa Ward down to the plate. Where the DP hitting .349. Does have 8 home runs. We hauled the catcher now on deck. Good for a strike. Lovren in that first inning gave up 1 run on 2 hits. Did have a strikeout. That's on to the Word. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Lovren. We got 2 outs here in the second. Now Emily Hall. Open the third for Southern Union will be Littleton, Riley, and Martin. The 9-1 hitters for the Bison. Upstairs, ball 1. It's officially game 10 of the ACCC Division I Softball Championship. This is game 22 this week. Actually, game 23. I played 13 of the 15 in Division II. One has popped up, and not enough room. It's going to be 1-2. The 1-2. Ground ball to third. It's Gibbons. And that'll do it in the third inning for the Lions. We're going to add an order. We played 2, 1-0 in favor of Wallace Hanceville. We go to the third.
Just about all white. Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Two innings in the books. 1-0 in favor of Wallace Hanceville over Southern Union. This is the championship of the ACCC softball tournament. Lexi Littleton will lead off for the Bison. Looking for their 4th straight win and trying to force an if game, which will be played tomorrow morning. Littleton and a pair of singles in the win over Snead State. Katie Salmon got 4 strikeouts through 2 innings. This one popped up towards second, and Wheeler ranges over and makes the catch. 1 down. Now the center fielder, Aaron Riley. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Not caught up to Simon yet. Morgan Martin is on deck. She's been the only hitter that has reached base for Southern Union so far. One inside. Ball and strike. Went inside again, 2-1. Getting Martin on deck. It's a 1-run game between Wallace Hanceville and Southern Union. Bison have played in tough games since being in the elimination bracket. That one's fouled off. They had to get timely hits. Certainly did that in the first game today against Snead State. 2-run home run by Martin in the bottom of the sixth was a 3-2 pitch. She hit it over the right center field wall. Swing and a miss. 5 strikeouts for Simon. 2 down here in the third, and here's Martin. Well, that's Southern Union in just about every important statistical category during the regular season. Also led them in pitching category, a couple of pitching categories as well. Ground ball up the middle, and nice stop by Foster. Her throw, though, is not in time. It was a nice play. She just couldn't get up in time to get Martin at first base. Now Williams struck out back in the first. Williams takes a strike. Simon's had at least 2 strikeouts in each of the first 2 innings. Williams showed bunt outside. Ball on a strike. Simon's ready. 1-1 is the count with 2 out. Williams over to third. Rouse's throw in time. And that'll end it for Southern Union in the third. Wallace Hanceville has the lead by 1. This is JockJive.com. Top of the order to do up for the Lions in the bottom of the third. Caroline Cartron, Jaden Foster, and Laura Lee Wheeler will hit for the Lions. Foster singled and scored back in the first. She's responsible for the only run that has scored so far here in this championship game. Ground ball left side. There's a base hit. Wallace Hanceville finds a good start on the big inning. Cartron's 2 for 2, and here comes Foster. Wheeler coming up right after her has got 17 home runs. Foster has 5 in her own right. She's got the best average on the team at .399. Good for a strike. Cartron not going. Cartron 6 for 7 stolen bases during the regular season. Well, Hanceville as a team just had 39 stolen bases During the regular season, they don't run a lot. Just 45 attempts. Bunt laid down. That's going to roll foul. It was a good bunt, though, a decent bunt by Foster. Just couldn't keep it on in fair territory. Ground ball to second. Littleton. Over to Martin. Throw. It hit the batter. Hit the runner at second base. But she just threw it into the ground. In any event, runner remains at first base. No, she just threw it into the turf or the ball hit the runner. In any event, it's 1 out. Get the force at second base. There's Wheeler, who reached on the fielder's choice back in the first. Wheeler takes a strike, 0-2. Bailey Rouse is on deck. Wallace Hanceville trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Southern Union, the pitching has been pretty solid this weekend. Ground ball to third. Gibbons to second for 1. Littleton will throw to first. Not in time. So Foster's throwing out 5-4. Wheeler's on for the second time. Here's Rouse. Rouse line out to the left. This is her first time up. This is hit in the air to center field. Riley battling the sun, and she can't make the catch. Rounding third is Wheeler. She's going to score. Into third goes Rouse. That ball is dropped. It's 2-0 in favor of Wallace State. That was a tough play for Riley. She had to battle the sun and then just went right over her glove. It went to the wall. Here's Hollahan. She fouls this one off. Up in the fourth, Lovren, Douglas, and Gibbons. So nothing Wallace Hanceville. Ball 2-2-1. Jesse Taylor on deck. Taylor struck out looking her first time up. Hollahan singled in the first. Fifth batter of the inning for Wallace Hanceville. Got to wonder how long, how short that leash is for Chris Steiner-Leak. Trailing 2-0. Ground ball to second. Littleton makes the play. That will end the inning. A run scores, though, for Wallace Hanceville, and they take a 2-0 lead into the fourth. Watching the ACCC Division I Softball Championship on JockJive.com. They play 3 in Alabaster. And Wallace Hanceville has a 2-0 lead. Hanceville scored another run in the third inning. Lovern will lead off along with Douglas and Gibbons. Southern Union giving up another run, so down by 2 now. All on the outside corner, Lovern and grounded out her first time up. One little pitch is fouled off. Now watch out. We don't want another camera to be apologize for that. Try to save another camera there. Lovern to left field. That's a fair ball. And Lovern makes a wide turn at first, but decides to go on back. Second hit for Southern Union. And here comes Douglas. I don't know if Douglas was giving Gibbons a pep talk or they were giving each other a pep talk. I don't know. Douglas a left fielder. She's having a good tournament at the plate. See if that continues. She struck out the first time, though. She came up here in this game. Douglas takes a strike on 1. Downstairs, Lovern will stay where she is. Comes the 1-1. Ooh. That was backed up. 2-1. Lovern at first. Nobody out here in the 4th. With a leadoff single. Douglas takes a strike. Throw to set first. 9 time. It's 2-2 now to Douglas. Speaking of Wallace, Hanceville, and Southern Union, their baseball teams are battling each other in Oxford in the Division I South District Baseball Championship. Wallace Hanceville has a 1-0 lead in the 3rd there. That one bounces home 3-2. So both sets of teams going at it here. Oh, Douglas ripped one foul. Oh, watch out. Oh, she's all right. There were two ladies there and hit one in the blue shirt. Looks like she's all right. And ran the stomach, the abdomen there. Douglas fouls off another. Count is 3-2. I'm checking on the fan right now. Looks like she's all right. Gibbons on deck, runner at first. 3-2 to Douglas. As ball 4, and the tying run is aboard for Southern Union. Now Gibbons. Gibbons struck out looking first time up, which had a big 2-run home run against Snead State on Thursday that tied the game at 6 at the time. Snead State would come up with a 10-7 win. But Gibbons put up 2 runs in 1 swing. Ball went outside. Henson also struck out looking back in the second. She's on deck. It's been a very resilient Southern Union team. They've come up with big hits in key moments. I say this is a key moment for them right now. Gibbons fouls it off. Count is 1-1. Simon hasn't had much traffic on the path. Just first time that she's had 2 runners on at the same time. Inside, 2-1. Doing inside, 3-1. Simon had a little trouble finding the strike zone here in the fourth. She's got 5 strikeouts with the first 3. Henson, the catcher's on deck. Gibson fouls off another. Oh, so Gibbons fouls off another. That's 3-2. I've not seen many home runs here on field 5. Avery Lumpkin of MMI hit 2 yesterday in the same game. Another 3-2. Foul off. Gibbons keeps fouling them off. Well, she'll go back inside on Gibbons. 3-2. Went inside, fouls it off. Home plate umpire gets a new softball. Outfielders are deep. A couple of steps in front of the warning track. 3-2 to left field, another foul ball. I gotta think this will be the 10th or 11th pitch of the at-bat. Henson remains on deck, Lovin at second, Douglas at first. 3-2. Again fouls it off. He might be here till next Thursday. Well, I can't be here till next Thursday either. Another 3-2. Gibbons pops it up. It's dropped. And there's no play. The bat flew out of Gibbons' hand. What you call that? Is it an infield single? I want to call it a single for right now. We'll see how they scored here a little bit. Now it's Hanceville with the bases loaded. Henson with the bases loaded. Still nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Simon seems a little bit off here in the fourth inning. Her first real bit of adversity here in this game. Bases loaded, nobody out. Big opportunity for Southern Union to take time or to take the lead. 2 balls and no strikes. Time was called, and the coach is going to talk with Southern Union with the bases loaded. Lovin is at third, Douglas at second, Gibbons at first. Player is going to break up the conversation. So as the count to Henson, Gracie Walker, the left fielder, is on deck. And it's a strike, 2-1. Bases loaded with Bison. Two and two. The Southern Union side we're growing a little bit. That's the target, 3-2. Simon wanted that one. There's a huge gap. The right fielder is almost all the way over to the right field line. Center fielder playing just to the left of second base. She finds that gap. Southern Union's going to be running for days. And sent towards right field. That's fouled off. That's where she wants to go, really. Left fielder playing more traditionally, but the right fielder is a few steps close to the line. Three-two. Called strike three. It's only the first out. It's the sixth strikeout for Simon. And here comes Gracie Walker. Walker, the left fielder. Walker grabbed to the pitcher first time up. Bases remain loaded with one out now in the fourth. Littleton is on deck. To right field, foul off. Look at the bunt. That's a strike 0-2. That was an interesting move there. I was not thinking that. I was not thinking that was happening. Doing pretty good swinging away. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Bases loaded, top of the 4th. Ground ball to second. Picked up by Wheeler. She'll throw to first, and they get the out. A double play. They tag Gibbons, and they throw to first for the out, and the bases were loaded, and Southern Union comes up empty. Going to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-0 in favor of Wallace Hanceville.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the 4th, Wallace Hanceville up 2-0 on Southern Union. They just got a huge inning double play. And came out, well, that's allowing a run despite the bases being loaded with nobody out. Henson looking. Then Walker grabs into a double play. Taylor Phillips and Word are due up here in the 4th. And these are the type of moments where Wallace Hanceville usually, especially the championship games, look at a big play like that, and then they come right back to the plate and put up a big inning. Ball looks like perhaps a pitch clock deal. Took too much time. This is hit in the air to left field and deep. Forget it. It's gone. And just like that, Wallace Hanceville is up 3-0. Jesse Taylor goes deep, and the Lions add to their total. Talk about a momentum shift. Goes right back to Wallace Hanceville. Not only did they give up no runs with the bases, despite having the bases loaded, they just put up a big fly after Southern Union takes too much time to get set up, and Taylor takes the first pitch to the left center field. That one goes over the head of Henson. And Brandy Phillips. These are the moments where teams have gotten rattled against Wallace Hanceville in the past, these championship games. That one to left field. Right to Douglas, 1 out. Word struck out in the second. Word to left field. That one is to the gap. And Word is going to try for second. Here comes the throw. It's going to be late. Ward has a double. Now the number 9 hitter, Emily Hall. We already talked about being danger zone time for Southern Union. I already gave up a home run to Taylor. It was likely just a solo home run, but still it feels like an insurmountable lead here with 3-0. Just loaded the bases, came up empty. And just give up a home run on the first pitch of the inning. Home plate umpire will come out and break it up. Southern Union has been very resilient. Well, this is a different challenge for them now. I'm against the top seed. So we're on second for Hall. Two 2-0 now. It's a Hall. Hanceville 1 win away from its 16th ACCC tournament title. To left field, base hit. Ward is going to be stopped at third. Single and a double here in this inning for Wallace Hanceville and a home run. Now back to the top of the order, the Cartron. And we're going to have a new pitcher for Southern Union. So Hannah Sparrow, who was listed as the starting pitcher, will now pitch for the Bison. Three 0 in favor of Wallace Hanceville. Runners on first and third. And Sparrow, the new pitcher for Wallace, for Southern Union. They trail it though. Southern Union trails 3-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth. The ACCC Division I softball championship on the line. Ball one. There's one out here in the fourth. J.C. Taylor with a solo home run to let off the inning. It made it a 3-0 ball game. In near the left field. Douglas is there. Two down. We'll now try to tack up and go home. Now Jaden Foster. Foster's 0 for 2. Outside to Foster. Southern Union will bring up Littleton, Riley, and Martin to the plate. In the top of the fifth. Still time for Southern Union. Good for a strike 1-1. 1-1 pitch is outside. They're going to appeal the check swing there. Doesn't look like it. 2-1. 2-1. Swing and a miss. And going to second is Foster. I'm sorry, is Hall. Two outs in the fourth. That's fouled back. Okay, I mean it's 2-2. Wheeler is on deck. 2 outs. Ground ball to short. Throw to first. In time. And that'll end the inning. But Jesse Taylor's solo home run to left center puts Wallace Hanceville up 3-0 as we go to the fifth here on JockJive.com.
Just about all White Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
Sixth seed Southern Union, 15-30 on the year. Wallace Hanceville, the number 1 seed, 34-12. 9 outs away from yet another ACCC tournament title. Lexi Littleton. We're going to lead off here for Southern Union. Southern Union left the bases loaded in the fourth. They had the bases loaded with nobody out and could not score. Well, good for a strike to Littleton. Not the dominant Wallace Hanceville teams we've seen in the past, but they put it together in ACCC play. This one is hit into no man's land towards center field, and Littleton gets on base. And here's Riley, who struck out back in the third. Well, trying to get something started here for Southern Union. Riley shows bunt and takes ball 1 inside. Morgan Martin hit that big 2-run homer against State earlier today. She's on deck. She'd love to be on with both runners on. A 3-run game. That one gets away, but Littleton will stay at first. Hanceville up 2-1 on Southern Union in the ACCC NJCAA Division II Baseball South District Championship. That game's in the fourth. 3-0 to Riley. Much like the fourth, Simon finding some Finding some trouble with the strike zone here. Three over Riley is good for a strike, 3-1. Top of the fifth for Wallace Hanceville. The Lions 9 outs away from winning it all. 3-2. This one's lifted. Foul. It's caught along the line by Taylor. Along the fencing by Taylor. That was close. There's one out here in the inning. Now Morgan Martin. Martin singled back in the third. Go outside, ball one. Holly Williams, the right fielder, is next. She's 0 for 2. Katie Simon, the ace of this staff, along with Emily Simon. Two balls and no strikes down to Martin. Ground ball to second. Tag for the first. Another double play to end the inning. Second straight inning that has been the inning double play. Wheeler tagging out the runner and throwing it to first. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Wallace Hanceville looking to add to its 3-0 lead.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Bottom of the fifth, Wallace Hanceville with a 3-0 lead, looking to add to it here as they will bring up Wheeler, Rouse, and Hollihan in this inning. Taylor had a solo home run back in the fourth to extend this to a 3-0 lead. Wheeler's reached on the fielder's choice twice. He scored back in the third. And Wheeler takes ball one outside from Sparrow. Sparrow pitched 2/3 of an inning. Got a pair of outs. Well, Hanceville Southern Union baseball tied at 2 up there in Oxford. That's in the left field for a base hit. Well, center field. 8th hit for Wallace Hanceville. And now Bailey Rouse, who tripled back in the third to score a run. Rouse takes a strike, 0-1. One is wide, 1-1. Southern Union lost the 4 meetings during the regular season. Down 3-0. Good run here for Southern Union. They are 6 outs away from being out. Wallace Hanceville 6 outs away from another title. They've dominated this tournament. Upstairs. Now they don't have to have as many games to play. They only had to play 2 games to get here. Whereas in years past, they'd had to play 3 games to get here. And hope not for games 4 and 5 to turn out wrong. Here's just 1, 2, 3. There's ball 4. Runners on first and second. Really remarkable. Lauren Stewart did her first season. AJ Doherty up at UAB in his second season up there. They just continue to roll. And, well, what a season for Southern Union. They'll remember this for a long time. They lost their first 10 games of the season. Since then, 15-20. Not a terrible record. Ground ball to the right side. Going into the tournament, they were just 2 for 20 away from home. 2 and 20 away from home. 3 and 1 here in Alabaster. Ground ball, and it's foul off. Count down 1 and 2. Wheeler at second, Rouse at first. The 1-2. Lined, and the tag is applied. Double play. They get Rouse off first base. It's lined out by Holohan, and there are 2 outs in the inning. So Southern Union gets a double play. Assisted by Riley. And then there are 2 outs. And Jesse Taylor, who hit the solo home run back in the 4th. Taylor down the line, fouls this one off. No balls and a strike. 2 outs here in the inning. One is good for a strike. It's 0-2. Southern Union in the 6th. We'll have Williams, Lovren, and Douglas come to the plate. It's 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Bison. Here's the 0-2. That's why the target. Time's called. 6 teams begin. These are the final 2. Taylor to third. Gibbons goes across the diamond. And there's the 3rd out of the inning. So Southern Union got a double play out of there. We go to the 6th. Wallace Hanceville still holding on to the lead. It is 3-0. Top of the 6th inning, Haley Williams, Juliana Lovern, and Jordan Douglas due up. Championship game of Division I. Williams hits this one to left center field, and it is caught by Phillips. One down here in the 6th. Juliana Lovern will bat now. Lovern swings and misses. 0-1. Oh, she made it foul that one off. Popped up left side. It is caught by Hall. What a play by Emily Hall. She couldn't even take her mask off. She was able to get it. And Jordan Douglas. It was walked back in the 4th, struck out in the 1st. One ball and no strikes. Good for a strike. 1-1. Still in the 6th for Wallace Hanceville. Phillips, Word, and Hall. Bottom 3rd of the order for Wallace Hanceville. And now with a 3-0 lead on Southern Union. Two and one. Douglas fouls this one off. Watch out. That will miss the target. Count is full now to Douglas. Called strike 3. Southern Union goes down in order in the 6th. Wallace Hanceville try to add some insurance. They lead it by a count of 3-0. Wallace Hanceville 3 outs away from their 16th ACCC tournament championship. Right now, Randy Phillips will lead off the 6th inning for Wallace Hanceville. Katie Simon, Bailey Rouse, and Laura Lee Willer were named to the Division I ACCC, All-ACCC team. Player of the Year, Jersey Carter of Coastal Alabama South. Liddy West of Snead State was the Pitcher of the Year. And Coach of the Year was Caitlin Griffin of Shelton State. Those were announced earlier today. Good for a strike. Southern Union had Morgan Martin and Jordan Douglas on the All-ACCC first team. In the air to right center field and deep. Going back and caught by Williams. First out of the 6th. No. Tessa Ward. Ward hit a double in the 4th and struck out in the 2nd. ACCC Division II Player of the Year was Olivia Elliott of Wallace Dothan. Pitcher of the Year, Jenna Castleberry. That was Greg Shivers, the Coach of the Year, Central Alabama. Ball and strike to Word. Emily Hall on deck. This one is fouled and out of play. Counts 1-2. That one bounces home. Got a 2-2 count. Sparrow trying to keep this a 3-0 game. The turning point of this game certainly had to be the 4th inning, even though Wallace Hanceville already had a 2-0 lead. Southern Union had the bases loaded with nobody out. They came up empty. And on the first pitch at the bottom of the 4th, Jesse Taylor sent it over the left center field wall. Or to right field. Williams on the run. She made a terrific catch to end the game against Snead State. She comes up with another good one here. 2 down here in the 6th. And a win against Snead State that sent them here. Williams had the final out, had to dive in foul territory. Came up with it. The rest of her teammates mobbed her in the right field. Haven't seen a mob in the outfield for an outfielder. But that did send them to this championship game, but not much to smile about here. Late in this Saturday afternoon, that's fouled off. Count of 0-2. We'll do it for the Bison will be Gibbons, Henson, and Walker. To the Hall. Ground ball to third. Gibbons from deep. Now throws wide. And Emily Hall will head to second base. A bad throw there. And the runner at second with 2 out. Snap out at the top of the order with Carteron. Wonder, I'm going to imagine Simon was going to come out to try to nail it down. Cartron lifts this one to the left, fouls it off. The ball's in a strike. Second error for Southern Union. One hits Cartron, and she's headed to first. And Jaden Foster, she's 0 for 3. No good for a strike. Jaden Foster at the plate. Laura Lee Wheeler is on deck. Runners at the corners with 2 out here in the 6th. Swing and a miss, 0-2. One and 2. So the last sticks for Southern Union, not just of the game, but of the season. We will not move on any extra district championships here. This is it. Foul off. In the past, the runner-up in the ACCC tournament would go on to a district championship series, but that is not the case this time around. 1-2. Foul off. It's been an outstanding week again here in Alabaster. Outstanding crew led by Dean Meyer, the commissioner here at the ACCC. We've had terrific games throughout the week. Yeah, my hospitality here in Alabaster has just been outstanding. Still got one more day tomorrow. Looks like we'll now need a second game here. Swing and a miss. That'll do it for the 6th. But it is last sticks for Southern Union. They need 3 in the top of the 7th. They trail it 3-0 here on JockJive.com.
Frustrated. She's having trouble with her defensive player. Look at this sweet pass behind the back for 2 on the assist.
And that one is hit on a rope to center field. Watch that one. And it is, oh, what a great diving catch by the center field.
And in that game, it was basically a running back by committee. I mean, you had a lot of guys carrying the football. Is that the protocol for the upcoming season for the backfield of Jackson State?
It's a really nice pitch to get the ground ball double play. Second one.
6-5 is your final. East Georgia advances to the championship game.
Top of the 7th. Wallace Hanceville 3 outs away from winning it all. No runs on 4 hits with 2 errors for Southern Union. Wallace Hanceville 3 runs on 8 hits with an error. It comes down to this for Southern Union in the top of the 7th. Leading off will be Gibbons. Gibbons, again, that flat flies out of her hand. She was having trouble holding on to it earlier. I don't think she deliberately means to do that. It's just I'll get another glove or some stickum on that arm there. Great to have you with us here in Alabaster. It's been a great week of action here in Division I. Had dramatic finishes, but this one, team in white leading, no doubt. Gibbons fouls that one off, hangs on to the bat. Hanceville stranded 8 runners on base. Southern Union stranded only 4. Gibbons fouls off another. 0-2. Southern Union, valiant effort, the 6th seed. Battled all the way through the losers bracket, winning 3 games after winning just 12 during the regular season. A fifth of their wins coming here in the tournament, but looks like they're going to fall short of the goal. 1-2. Tomorrow at 1 p.m., we will have the NJCAA Division II South District Championship, as number 4 seed South Florida will take on the number 2 seed St. John's River, an all Florida final, Region 8, the Sun Lakes Conference. That one's fouled off, left side. Watch out down there. We'll stream the trophy presentation after this one is over, so stay tuned for that. Thanks once again to our other commentators here for JockJive. Swing and a miss. Gibbons goes down on strikes, and Wallace Hanceville now 2 outs away. That's strikeout number 7 for Simon, and here comes Henson. Josh Pollum was here, along with Dallas Renzi, who left today, and James Hardy, who had to fill in yesterday with some miscommunication, but did a great job as always. And thanks to Robert Williamson again, who allowing us to bring you this action. There's a strike to Henson. Henson has struck out looking twice. Folks here at Alabaster getting the trophy and the table ready. They can sense a Wallace Hanceville win. That one good for a strike. It's 0-2. Wallace Hanceville can see the finish line. They just have to cross it now. You work with expectations all year. You have a new head coach. Expectations stay high at Hanceville that you're expected to win. And each and every year they keep delivering. And now they're about to win Sweet 16. Still 1-2. Southern Union's not going to stop battling. They've been resilient throughout this entire week. They've had clutch hits. They just could not get the hit they needed in that 4th inning. And after Jesse Taylor hit that home run, it just took all the wind out of the sails of the Southern Union. But they battled hard. Sparrow and Lovren have pitched pretty good game today. 2-2. Katie Simon will try to nail down these last 2 outs for Wallace Hanceville and send them to Oxford. Won't be a long trip for them, as it wasn't for them to get here to Alabaster. A little bit shorter for them, as a matter of fact. They'll represent South District. Inside, 2-2. Over to Simon. 2 out. And that'll bring up Gracie Walker. She'll be the last hope. So far, Parkland of Illinois, Macomb of Michigan, Lake Michigan, Lewisburg, North Carolina, Brighton and Stratton of Virginia, Kirkwood of Iowa, Des Moines area of Iowa, and Fort Scott of Kansas have qualified. That's Division 2. It's ball 1. Those are the likes of Chattanooga State, Indian River State out of Florida, Northwest Florida State, A-Back out of Georgia. That one good for a strike, 1-1. Glennon of Texas, Pima of Arizona. There'll be 4 at-large teams as well. So we could have another ACCC squad down there. Marion Military had a great year. Ground ball to second. This will do it. Wheeler to first, and that is it. And Wallace Hanceville is back on top. It's Title 16 for Wallace Hanceville, the 2024 ACCC Division I softball champions. A 3-0 win over Southern Union. And they have done it again here in Alabaster. This has become their home. As the team in white get it done, 3-0. 3 runs on 8 hits with 1 error. No runs on 4 hits and 2 errors for Southern Union. What a valiant effort for them. Well, we'll come back, and it'll be the trophy presentation. A 3-0 win for Southern Union. Wallace Hanceville over Southern Union. Kamari Darrington saying so long for now from Alabaster. We will bring you the trophy presentation in just a moment. You're watching JockJive.com. There it is, the final score, Wallace Hanceville. A 3-0 win over Southern Union. And right now it's time for the trophy presentation. here in Alabaster, Alabama. 16th championship for Wallace Hanceville, and they'll start with the all-tournament team, and then they will announce the tournament MVP and give the trophy to the winners. Wallace Hanceville, a runner-up trophy for Southern Union, or runner-up plaque. Wallace Hanceville wins the 16th state championship, and they are headed to the national tournament up in Oxford. They won't have to go very far. They'll represent the South District in that tournament. A great season for Southern Union. Ends at 15-31. Wallace Hanceville finishes 35-12. Trophy presentation here on JockJive.com.